Yeah, so I think this is pretty awesome. I made a video a couple days ago of this mousetrap I'm trying to build. There's a couple things I didn't talk about. One is that I poured plaster into the bottom so I could have more or less a flat bottom because ball jars they have a cupped bottom, just like wine bottles they have a really cupped bottom. They have these parabolas built into the bottom, right? A ball jar has a small one. Like the wider the jar, the shallower the cup at the bottom. The narrower the jar, the steeper the cup at the bottom. Or actually, that's not the way it always goes, because wine bottle jars have a steeper parabola. Might not even be a parabola. It might be an oval, might be a dome. I don't know, but something like that. But plastic bottles, they have a shallower dome, but sometimes they have a shallower dome like with a nipple. So it's kind of like they're creating a three-dimensional twisted Fourier transform. Not really, but kind of like, because you can have a purely shallow dome or a purely steep dome, or you can have a shallow dome with even thinner material, and in the middle of that shallow dome have a steep nipple dome. Oh, whoa, you know, and we can see it in architecture all around the fucking world, right? Because you can create a dome with a hollow center. So there goes that. Just saying. But anyway, what I like about this, so I made a video about this a couple days ago. It's gone through a couple iterations. One of the reasons why it looks a little different is because I had to paint it. The reason why I had to paint it is because I was using the green blue tape, right? So if you're a painter, you know that there's blue tape and you know that there's green tape. And if you've been a painter for 10 or 20 years, you know that there are different kinds of green tape, there are different kinds of blue tape, and there's a green version of blue tape, which means that there's a blue tape with green print. That's the one I bought by accident. It doesn't stick very well. So, and it's been like 90 degrees for the last several days and very humid. And I forgot to, well, I turned my air conditioner off the other day because it was so cold in my apartment. And then because of that, one day when I came home, like the whole day there had been no air conditioning. And because well, I'm assuming because of the way my apartment heats and cools, I'm assuming there's like virtually no insulation in my apartment. So I came home and it was like 96 outside and it was like 97 inside. Terrible. But all my tape was peeling apart because like the glue was melting and etc. So last night I put a bunch of paint on it to kind of stiffen it up just a little bit. It acts like glue. Sometimes paint acts like glue. I remember when I was a teenager one time, my dad told me, I've seen a coat of spray paint save a, what was it, a gas tank. We were spray painting my gas tank, and I was like, hey, Dad, that looks like a hole. And he was like, ah, I've seen a coat of spray paint seal up a hole on a gas tank. And thus began my journey. But I'll tell you what, my dad could stretch a dollar like no one you ever met. But anyway, what I like about this is because I added the paint, there's this certain elasticity to everything. Because everything got gunked up a little bit with paint. I have a hinge here. It's an actual hinge I bought at Abishans. And I have a hinge here, an actual hinge I bought at Abishans. And they've been slowed down and rubberized and kind of like stopped a little bit. So in the last video I made where I closed this contraption down, it made this object snap up very quickly. But now it's going to snap up slowly because of the elasticity of the paint that is currently tweaked in the hinge joints. This part's cool because like electronics can make things move like fast and slow. But sometimes there's something special about something in like real life mechanics, biologic. Was that a spoiler? All right. Sometimes in mechanics, biologics, chemitics, chemistry, sometimes in all these things, there can be these slower reactions where something happens quick, but then the slow thing comes too. It's kind of beautiful. I'm not sure if that'll happen now. I hope it does. I'm going to give it the best profile, literally and figuratively. That slow part's the best part. But if you push hard enough, it does come up. Well, not currently. It's got a fresh coat of paint. The paint makes it sticky. That's why I put this rag here to prevent the stick on the magnet. Otherwise, this thing didn't come back up. Pa-pow! 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 That's the lock. It's not a perfect lock because a really strong mouse can break that, but I'll also have a weight. I will also have a weight on the bottom, but I think I'm sufficiently happy with this. I think it provides sufficient deterrence. I love this part. Wait, oh, it didn't close. Let's try it again. Apologize. I guess it's not as slow as I want it to be, but it still kind of works. I'm working on my mousetrap. And it's a mousetrap, like a mousetrap to kill a mouse, it's so much easier than a mousetrap to save a mouse. Let me say that again. A mousetrap to kill a mouse is so much easier. It's so much easier to kill a mouse than it is to save it. Not with your hands, but with your mind, with the mechanics, with the understanding. Like, if I just needed to, like, there's already plenty of traps that kill mice instantly. Plenty. A lot of them. I could buy 10 of them. For $100, I could buy 10 of them, or maybe even 20 or 30 of them, depending on the technology, so to speak. But I don't want to kill the mouse. I want to save the mouse. And I bought traps that are supposed to save mice, and they didn't work. And I have mice pooping everywhere. So I either come up with something for myself, or I kill them. How much harm are they really causing me? How much harm are these mice really causing me? Now don't get me wrong. There's diseases. There's a possibility of rabies. It's a low possibility, but just the fact that there's a possibility of rabies with mice is disconcerting. However, there's one thing about finding mice poop, but if you find mice poop and also mice are coming into your visual proximity, there's a strong, it's almost definite that, like, if mice are coming into your proximity that you can see, like you actually see the mouse, that's a good indication that they have plasmodium. If they're trying to attack you, like if a mouse comes into your proximity and tries to attack you, that might be a good indication, not medical advice, that might be a good indication that that mouse has rabies. It's a low probability that mice have rabies, but there's a probability. And that's enough to forgive you if you stomp on them. Can't blame you for that, you know. But if you can't bring yourself to do it, at least know that if they are bringing themselves into your proximity, that they probably are infected with the plasmodium. And if you had a cat, you wouldn't see them because they'd be bringing themselves in front of the cat instead of you. If they have plasmodium and you don't have a cat, they might try to bypass the cat to give you the plasmodium directly, which you probably have. But don't give into it. Don't kill them. Don't get a cat. If you want to experiment with peace. If you don't, I don't blame you. If you just want to smush them, crush them, kill them, shoot them, whatever, get a little BB gun. That's actually the best way to kill mice, believe it or not. Like, if you have mice and you can see them, just get a BB gun. If you want to kill them. Like, BBs are so much less expensive than a trap. And if you have enough mice that sometimes you see the mice, you might as well just kill them with a BB gun. It's so much cheaper. A BB costs less than a penny. Never mind a pellet. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Gonna take some more work, but it works sometimes, so that's encouraging. Means I got the concept right, but my engineering is terrible. So I crashed my starship. So what? Oh please, oh please, oh please. Slow mo. It's terrible. Alright, this is terrible, but maybe we'll get it this time. Oh, there we go. Terrible. I was hoping this was the final model, but apparently it's just a concept. Fine. It'll take me longer to catch that mama mouse than I thought it would. Fine. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna find a way to either set her free or give her a good life. We'll see how it goes. Not happy about it. That's it. Simple. Stupid.